Sound off on the sports leader. Sports phone KNBR keeps rolling right here and on the all-new KNBR app.
Willie, Justin was talking about how this team may have been overlooked during spring training. In the time that you've been here, what have you seen out of this team and the guys in here that led you to believe that there's a true contender with this team?
They're a bunch of dogs, man. They're going to go out there and fight and try to, beat the other team. And, we showed it today. We never gave up. We were battling, punching back, and that's what that's what I've seen so far from the group of guys that we have in here.
It's Willie Adames after the game talking about the dogs on your San Francisco Giants. They win 10-9 in 11 innings. They go to 6-1. Willie Adames went 3 for 7, 3 RBIs. 2 of those were the game winner, the game tire and the game winner. Jung-Hoo Lee went 1 for 6, stole a base, drove in a run. Lamont Wade Jr. had a great game. He went 3 for 6 with a couple RBIs. Elliot Ramos, 3 for 5. He drove in a run. Mike Yastrzemski went 1 for 5. Wilmer went 1 for 6. And Patrick Bailey looked real good at the plate today, 3 for 5 and an absolute cannon to third base on a stolen base. My only gripe about today, and we're trying to keep it positive, is Camilo Duvall has no sense of what's going on. He doesn't. There has to be some game awareness about guys that are going to steal bases and looking them back. And when a catcher in Cal Raleigh, who has 7 career stolen bases, steals third on you, you have to have game awareness. You do. The kid's pitching great this year. His fastball's back in the 100-mile-an-hour range. His slider's great. But there still has to be baseball awareness in there. And when you come into high-leverage situations late in a game, you have to be cognizant of base runners. It happened so many times last year, I can't count, where he just takes a big leg kick, he throws it to the plate. And here's my other thing, and I have to keep it real on this show. I'm not going to sit here and crush Camilo Duvall. But when you come into a game, the old Nuke LaLoosh line, you announce your presence with authority. He came in today on a game that was dragging and had a pitch comm problem and just kind of buzz-killed the game from the second he walked in.
Right.
Like, come in, have a good tempo, throw 100 at me, throw your nasty slider, get your team back in the dugout. We got momentum. And then the whole pitch comm thing and guys stealing bases and not knowing the importance of that guy. And, maybe in his defense, he didn't think Cal Raleigh's going to steal third, but you have to, with the way teams approach you and the base running, have attention to detail. And there wasn't. So something to work on, I think.
Yeah, but I think it's okay. And I did this in my career when guys come into a game, relief pitchers. It's like, hey, you got to pick it up a little bit. We're playing defense behind you. We're all on the same page. We're falling asleep out here.
Alan Embry?
We're on our heels. Like, get the ball and throw it. And now there's a pitch. No, but it's real. Like, as infielders and outfielders, there's a pace to a game. And when it starts slowing down and guys are stealing and you're stepping off and not holding guys on, it breaks up the rhythm of the game. So sometimes it takes a position player to go up to a pitcher and go, hey, let's pick it up a little bit. Like, pick up the pace. We're falling asleep behind you. And that'll get him going.
When were the errors made? That inning. Adames to the backhand. They didn't give it an error.
Exactly.
Fitzgerald on the ball. The game slowed down. A game that was moving slow got even slower.
There's a lot of plays now that aren't given errors that should be.
Yeah, right.
The scorekeepers are pretty.
Yeah, well,
I don't know.
They're trying hard. Let's go to your friend Lee in Redwood City. Lee is a friend of JT's, and he's bitching because he can't get on the air. Lee, you're on KNBR. What's going
on? What's up, guys?
Lee, this is a big league show, and we got tons of callers, man. You're going to wait your turn.
FT, you still owe us money from the 18th hole at Cal. JT, remember?
Wait.
Did
I golf with Lee?
You Burns.
Eric Burns.
Burns always presses. Well, I don't want to get into too much golf, but Burns always presses and makes up all these cockamamie rules out of nowhere with the last 2 holes. If you do this, you do this, you do this, and he's down like $1,800, and he ends up walking away with nothing.
Yeah, I'm gonna aloha you and double the bet.
We're playing like $1 for $1 a dot, and he's down $1,800 because he makes all these crazy rules.
Right,
and then he presses and he walks to his car with nothing.
Yeah, he just leaves, walks out.
Anyways, what are you going to talk about, Lee?
So the Giants pitching staff, I actually missed opening day because I was on the golf course, but do you think the Giants pitching staff can hold up the whole year? Your thoughts?
That's a good question, JT. Since he's your friend, you can answer it.
I do. I think it's funny because when you have a staff, there's some guys you worry about, some guys you don't worry about. I don't worry about Logan Webb. Verlander was interesting today. It's kind of a interesting start. Robbie Ray looks like he's in, not better shape, but just he didn't kind of have it last year. He was hurting a little bit, didn't kind of have his stuff.
Got a change up now.
Got the change up now.
Look out.
Landon Roop was amazing the other day. Like the beginning of the game. I know we were texting. I'm like, this guy can pitch. Kind of had a couple weird at bats, or
he fell in love with his curveball too much.
Yeah, exactly.
You got to throw more fastballs, even though the curveball's great.
Yeah. So I think that in baseball, as it always is, it always starts on the hill. I think the Giants have 5 starters that can do it. I think they've got guys in the bullpen. The other thing that I look at too is they got guys down in Sacramento that have done it before. Sean Jelly's down there, Wisenhut's down there. Some guys are down there that are ready. And you know how it is, FP. Like when you're in AAA, you're kind of pissed off.
Wisenhut struck out 9 in 4 innings the other day. 9
as a lefty. You're down there in AAA. You're kind of pissed off. Like I should be in the big league. So I think they got a group down there. If something doesn't go well up here, those guys can jump up and do the job. And they saw them all in spring training. That was one of the great things with JP Martinez, a pitching coach, Bob Melvin. He got all those guys in the games. They wanted to see, because at this ballpark you got to pitch and play defense, and hopefully you can get 30 starts from 4 of those guys, at least 3, right?
I did not have Jordan Hicks having the best start of all 5 of them before the season started. I did not see that one coming. That was sick, dude. He was sitting at 98 in the first inning, touching 100 all over the place, pounding the strike zone, and I'm
in his hometown.
Somebody's all grown up all of a sudden as a starting pitcher.
When he was pitching the other day in Houston, I'm like, oh, he's in his hometown. He's probably not. Guys get geeked up. Guys get a little. He never pitched there as a starter. Pass list was 90 people, but I told this. I said this last week when I saw him pitch in spring training. That's first start. I'm like, this guy, his fastball is on a different level, and he starts pitching and not be a thrower, he's going to be nasty. And his fastball makes a different sound when it gets to the plate. You can hear it because we face guys. You've been in the box. You can hear a guy's fastball, that little zip. It makes that different sound. And he has it. And he's another guy that I saw him today in the dugout before the game. And I said, dude, great start. And he's like, thanks. He's put together, strong. Just believe in himself and start being start pitching instead of being a thrower. But he's got a chance to make a difference.
Dude, there was times when I faced Randy Johnson that I lost the ball halfway to home.
Yeah.
It could have been that I was on like 3 greenies, but there was times when the ball would be coming halfway to home and I would go, and it would hit the glove. And I would turn to the catcher and go, I did not see that. And they were laughing. I'm like, seriously, I did not see that.
It's a blur.
The only guy, you did good against him, left on left too. The guy that owned him was Richie. Richie owned, look at Richie Aurelia's career numbers off Randy Johnson. He was like, I just see him well. I'm like, how do you see him, bro? First of all, he's ugly as hell, and he's like 60 feet, 6 inches away from you, and he's scary to look at. He's got the Medusa hair going that, like, if you look at him, you're going to turn to stone. He was intimidating. I think it was fake tough, but he was nice guy when you get to know him. But he was intimidating, and he threw 98, and he was on top of you. And Richie would say, I see him good. I'm like, Richie, I can't. I'm losing his fastball halfway to home.
It's amazing when you talk to guys because you go up to guys that this guy's hitting 400 off a guy and you're hitting 200, and then another guy, this guy's hit the same guy's hitting 150 and you're hitting 500. It's just seeing the ball, mate. It's the release point.
Is it like your stance and your height?
I don't know.
What is it? Why you see some guys better than others?
It just, I think it's the release point. I think it's where they throw the ball, where the ball comes out of their hand.
In regards to what? Your stance and where you're standing in the box?
Just your eye level and just and focusing in and just, if a guy's front shoulder kind of flies out and his arms, I don't know. It's the thing about baseball that's crazy. It's like I go up to Barry and, Barry's hitting 500 off a guy and I'm hitting 200. And then another guy, I'm hitting 500 and he's hitting 200. He's like, what do you see? I'm like, I don't know. I just see the ball. If you could, I don't know.
Do you think like there were some catchers I could think along with better than other catchers?
Totally.
Some catchers I could read their mind.
Right.
Because they got into patterns or they stayed the same. There's other catchers. Jason Kendall was this guy for me. I know we're sounding old, but I'll stop with the war stories, the glory days. But I couldn't think along with him ever. I would think, okay, he's throwing a fastball right here. I didn't try to think with pitchers. I tried to think with catchers.
My roommate for 3 years in the minor leagues with the Yankees was Brad Ausmus, who was a Gold Glove catcher, and he caught in Houston. And he was Roger Clemens' personal catcher. And my career numbers off Clemens, I was like 4 for 40-something. And I would get in the box, and I would look down at Brad, and he had the mask on. He'd just look up and smile, and he just pitched me back. He knew me. He just pitched me backwards and this, and it's like he was in my mind. And then it became like just a mind. I was done. Like I didn't know what he was throwing. Get you off your game. You can't see the ball. And he would just smile at me, and I'm like, gosh, dang it.
The only pitch I ever got my whole career was Darren Fletcher was a catcher that was with the Expos. He went to the Blue Jays the next year. And I was like 0 for 15. And for some reason, he jogged back from a trip to the mound, and the umpire was still out talking to Roger Clemens. I said, Fletch.
Interesting.
I'm like another bad game away from sitting for a week. Felipe's pissed at me. I go, I just need a first pitch fastball. Just give me a first pitch fastball. And he goes, you want a first pitch fastball? You got it. Yeah. I went base hit to left center off Rocket, and I'm standing on first. So I'm kind of looking back to home plate, and he wouldn't look at me because he didn't want to because the ump wasn't. If he said that and the ump was there, you get in trouble.
Right.
And I was just like, yeah, just give me a first pitch fastball. I can't touch this guy, dude. He throws 100. Just give me a first pitch fastball. That's all I'm asking. He goes, you want a first pitch fastball? You got it. And I laced it into left center field. I was like, oh.
This might be.
This is probably TMI, but I don't care.
Good. Yeah, I don't care. This might be good for people to hear.
30 years ago, I don't care.
My first start in the big leagues, Brent Main's catching, who I played high school summer league with Brent. He was catching for the Royals in my first start, and first pitch was a fastball. I took it, strike. He goes out in front of the plate and throws the ball back to the pitcher with his mask on, and he walks back, same thing with the umpire, head down, he goes, same pitch. And I was like,
are you screwing with me?
He now he's messing with me. I'm like, no, it was like a total Bull Durham moment. I'm like, no, he's not messing. He's a buddy of mine. Would he mess with me? No. And I got in the box, I looked down at him, he looked up at me and he winked. I'm like, here comes a fastball. I lined it into left field, and the guy made a diving catch. And as I hit first and came back to the third base dugout. And then he had his mask up on his helmet, and he looked at me and he winked again. And I was like, that's super cool.
That is super cool. Let's take some phone calls. Good stories from JT Snow. MFP Santangelo. We're just talking some baseball here. Giants win 10-9. Everybody's feeling good, right? Every Giants fan out there is feeling good. I'm going to reset a little bit. The Giants win 10-9. I started the show with giving props to everybody that took off work today. And every parent out there who's raising your kids the right way that took them out of school. Now, I know everybody doesn't have a job where you can just take Friday off. I get that. So I'm not frowning on you guys that didn't. But props to the people that could and did. And props to the parents that took their kids out of school today. Because Buster said in his primary press conference, he's in the memory-making business. And that's what Giants baseball is about, and that's what he wants to get it back to. Memories were made today at the ballpark.
Yep.
There was some, for us that have done this our whole lives, memories were made. So when you take your kids out of school today, and I saw a father with his daughter and his son, daughter was probably 13, son was probably 10. They were walking away from the ballpark, and we started talking. They took their kids out of school today. I'm like, that's good parenting.
That's it. That's how you make fans. And I guarantee you when kids go to bed tonight with their parents in the Bay Area tonight, they're going to be like, that was a great day. And now they're Giants fans. They're going to be hooked for life.
And not one of them cared that it was a 4-hour game. I know we have the pitch clock now.
Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
We had garlic fries and the nacho helmet, and there's so much good food up there.
And a Willie Adames walk-off win. You got to see Justin Verlander start, a future Hall of Famer. He's planes flying over the ballpark.
Parents putting their kids to bed tonight, tucking them in. If they went to the ballpark, you've just made a Giants fan for life, and they're going to remember that. They're going to go to school on Monday and be like, guess where I was at?
You didn't go to the game.
I was at Oracle Park.
And if you call in the teachers wouldn't let your kids out of school today, you need to transfer your kids. You need to think about a different school because those teachers suck. Nick in Roseville, you're on KNBR. What's going on, Nick? We go to Nick in Roseville. Nick, you're on KNBR. What's going on?
Guys, I appreciate both of you. You two are my favorite Giants ever, and first base was always my favorite position. JT, I would always try to play like you when I was younger, so thanks for what you guys are doing, and it's just awesome being able to talk with you.
You're welcome.
Thanks for calling, Nick. What do you want to talk about tonight?
You know, I want to shout out all the Giants, but three in particular who had a rough just away games at the plate. Willie Adames, Lamont, and Patrick Bailey, way to get started. That was great. Lamont, I thought he was going to be out at third. That was a close play, 1 second too late, and that would not have gone his way. But, man, that was a great game, and kudos to them, and they did great. He needed to find, just grass anywhere, Lamont, and he found it twice, and good for him.
Isn't it crazy, Nick, how baseball works? It's the guys struggled on the road, and then Lamont Wade does it the other day, comes in to pinch it and gets his first hit, hits a home run. It's like, I was talking to Greg Papa and the guys this morning. I'm like, baseball's kind of a stupid game. Like, you can't put your finger on it. These guys struggled on the road. They come home, and that's why you show up every day with a good attitude. You show up to the ballpark, smile on your face. Today's going to be the day. And that's why baseball's the hardest game. It's every day. And you never know what's going to happen. You got to be mentally strong, and you got to stay positive, and good things will happen. But, if you can have 4 guys in the lineup, maybe 5 that are swinging the bats well, the other to cover the other guys, because it's a game of averages. It's going to turn. Guys are going to get hot at the same time. Guys aren't. We got to find a way. That's what makes baseball so cool. It's a hard game, and that's why we love it. Like, you never know who's going to come through.
You never know. Giants get 10 runs on 17 hits today. The torpedo bats are on their way. Rumors are spreading. Can you imagine? They left so many runners at third. They could have scored 15 runs today. So I got to take a break, Jack. 808 KNBR is the number. We got full phone lines. If it's busy, keep trying. We want to take your calls. Giants win 10-9. They go to 6-1. They're third in the National League West. JT, when did you start looking at the standings?
We talked about this a couple weeks. I was always a scoreboard watcher, but give it time. You don't want to fall too far behind, but I was always.
You're not looking at it the first week. People are saying they're still in third place. They're 6-1. They're still in third place.
No, not the first week.
First week of the season. Relax.
Yeah, give it a month. Give it a month. When the calendar turns to May, and then the weather starts getting warmer. Well, not really here in the Bay Area, but on the road, that's when it's time to go.
All right, we got to take a break. 808 KNBR is the number. Somebody just jumped in we got full phone lines. This is great. We'll take your calls next on the Sports Leader.
Speak your mind on the sports leader. Sports phone KNBR keeps coming at you. Streaming live at twitch.tv/the sports leader.
The 1-1 pitch. Swing, and there's a high drive in the deep left center field. Way back there, still going. Goodbye! Well up into the bleachers. Matt Chapman with his second home run this year.
The 26th opening day from Oracle Park, Pac Bell, AT&T, all the different names that ballpark has had, was a success for the Giants. They win 10-9, 10 runs on 17 hits. The boys were swinging the bats today. JT, this is honest to God's truth. Mike Kruko's son, Jarek, was there today. I said, warm day. It's going to be 10-9 final. He goes, really? I go, yeah, 10-9. I go, the ball's going to be flying like it's a small ballpark. You know, it was a Kevin Elster day.
Yeah.
It was like 25 years ago when Kevin Elster hit the 3 home runs and everybody thought it was a launching pad. The weather was the exact same for that game. We could look it up. Somebody go on Baseball Reference and look up what the weather was on the first game at Pac Bell Park. I guarantee you it was somewhere like it was today in the 70s.
The flags weren't blowing.
They weren't.
The other night we were there against the Tigers, and you're like, you'll never see a day like this.
The flags weren't moving.
Limp. Why are you laughing? I shocked you with that word.
You rarely hear that word.
That adjective. No,
I've never heard that word. I don't even know what you're talking about.
The flags are limp.
We have a lot of commercials here at KNBR that prevent that. I hear. Let's go back to the phones. JT Snow, FP Santangelo talking baseball. I don't know that two Giants have ever been in the studio before, or former Giants, washed up has-been Giants, but we're having a good time. We're like little kids, man. We're just like you guys. We're fans now. We have no control over anything, but we went to the game today. It was cool to see JT on the field before the game celebrate the 2000 team that went to the World. Dude, just full disclosure, and not to make it about me, but I always do. I was rooting for you guys, but I was so sad that I wasn't a part of it.
In 2000?
Yeah, because I was there the year before, and then I went to L.A. because I'm going to show the Giants. I'm going to sign with the Dodgers. I'll show you guys if you don't want me.
Yeah.
And I get down there, and I'm miserable because nobody hangs out. We used to do things together. We had, like, Billy, Miller, JT, Richie, and I. If it was a night game, we had a rule. We're going to go drink beers instead of sit in the room and go crazy thinking about the game. We got to get out of the hotel room. So on the road, we went out all the time. And it was innocent stuff. We just go to a sports bar. Occasionally a bar where women took their clothes off, but that wasn't very often. It was mostly just sports bars. But at home, I mean, we all hung out too. We stayed. Murph would bring a big thing of Coors Light in that big orange cooler, and we would sit there and we'd talk baseball. We'd go say goodbye to the wives, goodbye to the kids. We love you guys.
Yep.
We're going to be here a couple of hours. We're going to talk baseball. And there'd be like 6 or 7 of us that would sit there in our sliding shorts with our R-Black still on and talk ball till like 1 a.m.
And Murph would have the vacuum out. He would vacuum the.
Yeah.
Remember?
Yeah.
And he would pour his little scotch and turn on Frank Sinatra.
And we would just
hung out there. Me, you, Rob Nin did it. Richie did it. Billy Miller. We just hang out. Like, we'll be home later. And Murph would take his shirt off. Remember? He had his shirt off.
Yeah, he couldn't unsee that.
Yeah. And he just would vacuum the clubhouse and have his I saw him a few years ago. He's like, yeah, I'm not doing the scotch thing anymore. But those are good times. It's like you can't. And like you said, on the road, it's like we're going to go back to our hotel room and just sit there and stare at the ceiling and 0 for 4 with a couple strikeouts. And no, we go out, find a place, shoot pool, throw darts, play trivia, something.
Every once in a while, we would throw a game, but mostly darts. Let's go to Reds. let's go.
But the backstory to this is when you're playing first base, the other guys get on first base.
What's good tonight?
And I would be like, hey, where's a good place to go tonight? And the guys were like, oh, go to, like, you could be in Milwaukee or Cincinnati, Montreal. You knew Montreal well. Montreal is like probably the best city in the world.
It's a gateway to hell.
But it's like, you're in these places, Detroit. It's like, hey, where do you go? Guys on the other team would be like, hey, go to this place. Tell them you know me, have a beer, play pool, shoot darts, whatever. Watch Sports Center.
Stop. The most frequently asked question I get, and I'm sure you get this even more than me, is what do you guys talk about when you get on base with the other team? It's never about, it's like, way to swing it.
Yeah.
What's good tonight?
Hey, how's it going? How's the family?
Did you see the girl in the 4th row?
Yeah.
You and I played next to each other for about 2 weeks in 1999. Jeff Kent went on the DL, and I played second every day next to you, which I was usually way out in center field. That week was probably the most fun I've ever had because Richie's playing short, you're playing first, and our head was in the stands after every pitch. And
It's like strike one.
JT, fourth row.
Fourth row.
Red dress.
Second. Yeah. Ooh, nice. Strike two.
Not even concentrating on the game. Just head in the stands. Yeah, we're lifting back the curtain a little too far right now. Let's go to Reggie from the bus stop. He wants to talk about situational hitting. Reggie, you're on KNBR.
Hey, how's it going, FP and JT? Pleasure to talk to you guys. Thanks for having me on.
Sure, thanks for calling.
Good. Yeah, thanks for calling in.
Of course. I was just actually at the Via after the game, saw Dusty Baker. It was a pleasure to fist bump him on the walk-off. It was huge.
Amazing. And Dusty's a man. And so this is a funny story. We're in the suite today, and Dusty's got this sweet-looking jacket. It's kind of like a Jimi Hendrix looking. And so my son Shane's there, and he's like, my son Shane, he's like a surfer guy, whatever vibe. Dusty, I like your jacket. And Dusty goes, I bought this in a thrift store in Detroit in 2000, whatever. And my son was like, that's awesome.
Yeah, I mean,
that's Dusty.
That's Dusty.
He had a jacket like this Bob Marley looking jacket from a thrift store and bought it for $25.
I commented on his jacket in Sacramento maybe last year, and he said, I got this from a Navajoan chief at a spiritual ceremony or something.
Dusty could burn
this is a gift from a Navajoan chief.
He could burn some candles in his office, and he always had some good music on. But anyways,
Reggie, what do you want to talk about, Reggie? Sorry, you're interrupting JT and I's conversation.
No, I don't want to do that at all. Not at all. I saw the jacket too, and I said, shit, it's getting cold. I need a jacket. Dusty said, shit, I got mine.
Reggie, you can't swear on the air, bro. Like, it's like we dumped him. Reggie, tighten it up.
He's out.
You can't swear. I know he's feeling comfortable, but you can't swear. There's probably a lot of people feeling comfortable. Dude, I was so good today. I had 2 pregame beers. That was it. Because I knew I had to do a show tonight. I know you weren't quite as responsible, but you were very responsible.
No, we had some Modelo's up there. And
by the way, when we signed up for this, didn't it sound like a great idea? Dude, we'll do the post game after opening day. It'll be JT and FP. Meanwhile, it's Friday night on opening day, and we're sitting here in the studio.
Yeah, Friday night. I haven't eaten since 1 o'clock today, so I'm chewing on my sleeves.
Oh, my God. That was
we're good. We're good.
It sounded good at the time.
Think out how much worse it would be if they lost. Like, this is like I don't know. The fans out there, like, this is exciting. Like, this is there's something going on. I'm not sure what it is.
It's only 7 games.
There's a good vibe. Like,
you know, Ann Killian, who's a dear friend,
awesome.
And I think she does a great job.
I talked to her today.
She was talking to the 2000 team. So she came up to me and gave her a hug, happy opening day. And I said something to her. She goes, it just feels different, doesn't it? I go, you know what it feels like? It feels like home. It feels like when you go to your parents' house or you go on a vacation and then you walk back through your own doors in your home and you take that deep breath and you feel, and she goes, can I quote you on that? I'm like, yeah, it just feels like home now with Buster here.
You feel kind of safe.
With the Dusty here, with Rags here, with everybody here, it just feels like home again. And I don't know that it felt like that. I was on the East Coast for a while. I was away from Giants baseball, so I can't comment because I wasn't here. But when I came back, it felt different. It didn't feel like home. It felt strange and sterile.
Buster came up with the suite today. He was
Zach
with Zach. They were, and I knew Zach's dad. He was the visiting clubhouse guy in Texas. I saw him at the thing in the visitors parking lot. It was cool, and for Buster to show up and mingle with all of us, and he had the orange tie on.
I think Buster probably saw as much of the game as we did. I had to lock you in halfway through the game. I'm like, bro, we got to do a show tonight.
Yeah,
start watching the game.
So it was funny because my son bat boyed for the visiting teams when he was in high school, and then he bat boyed the day Matt Cain threw the perfect game, and Buster was catching, and so Shane runs out there. The first at bat, he gets the bat. The first hitter runs back. The second hitter, he runs out there, and Buster says to him, "Hey, Snowflake, if you don't say hi to me, I'm going to trip you in front of 40,000 people, and you're going to fall on your face." And so they were talking today, and they remembered that. And I mean, that's the kind of guy Buster is. He's like,
he's the best.
And Matt Cain threw a perfect game that day, and so we were talking about that up in the booth today. He's like, "Yeah, if you don't say hi to me, I'm going to trip you." And everybody, I don't know.
Let's go to Ryan in Turlock. Ryan, you're on KNBR. What's going on?
Hello.
Hi, Ryan.
What's up, Ryan?
You're on the radio. It's your time to talk. Let's go, baby.
My father and I went to the game, and I want to talk about Camilo Duvall, about how slow he is not to pay attention to the runners.
Yeah, we were just talking about
yeah.
that. There has to be more attention to detail, I feel like, and it's something that's been kind of going on for a few years now.
That's an issue.
And the pitch comm too. He has to pay attention to the clock.
That's always an issue. When he comes into the game, you got to keep an eye on the clock. I think he leads the world in pitch clock violations. I think there's a pitcher for the Nationals, and I'm trying to think of his name, but he's the only one that had more pitch clock violations than Camilo.
And that's the thing with baseball, that word gets around, right? So they know, oh, Camilo Duvall's coming to the game. They get a book on you, and then like, this guy's not going to check runners. We can steal on him. So that stuff goes around, and sometimes as players you don't realize that, but that whole story is going around, and that's something that needs to be paid attention to.
All right, Ryan, thanks for the call, buddy. Go Giants. Let's go to Cliff in Monterey. Cliff, you're on KNBR. What's going on?
Hey, fellas. So I just got home from the game, listened to you the whole way. It was awesome. You guys are great. So I got a quick story. So I'm from Edmonton, so I'm an Oilers fan, and I was an Expos fan. And when the Expos went to D.C., I pretty much lost interest in baseball because I didn't like the DH, so I couldn't root for Blue Jays. But a little over 10 years ago, I was working in Big Sur, and the only radio station I could get was KNBR. So I started listening to games, and I was like, damn, these guys are amazing. So I started getting back into baseball, and then I got a job in San Francisco in 2013. And I was like, all right, call me a bandwagoner, whatever. I'm getting back on board. I love these guys. Wayne Gretzky went to L.A., so it's super easy for me to hate the Dodgers. So, all right, cool, I'm back on board. So I didn't miss opening day for 9 years. And then last year was my mom's funeral on opening day. And I seriously thought about not going today, and I am so glad I did. It was an amazing game, probably the most fun game I've ever been to. So I just wanted to say thanks to the whole Giants organization, to the team, to the coach, to everybody. Thank you guys for giving me something awesome to listen to on the way home. And that's it.
Well, Cliff, thanks for the call, man. Very heartfelt, and maybe your mom had something to do with the outcome today. What do you think about that?
Yeah.
Maybe Willie and her watched it together.
Yeah.
So wait a second. Do you ever go to Edmonton Trappers game, AAA? I played up there in the PCL.
Is he still there? Cliff, you there? I think Cliff dropped off.
Yeah, I'm here.
Oh,
Cliff,
did you ever go to Trappers game, Edmonton Trappers?
No, I didn't.
Oh, yeah, AAA. I played up there. I was in Vancouver.
Oh.
Love Canada.
What do you feel about Ovechkin tying Gretzky's record tonight?
He tied it tonight?
He tied it tonight.
He tied it.
He did.
Damn. I mean, it sucks. I'm not going to lie.
Outstanding.
Whatever.
We don't like to see records.
I got to see Ovechkin
right?
for a bunch of years, and he's always the best player on the ice. But I never got to see Gretzky play. Cliff, thanks for the call, man. I appreciate it. We got to take a break. We're blowing up the clock right now. 808 KNBR is the number. We have full phone lines, so it's busy. Keep on trying. Kyle's doing a great job of answering phones. I think it's you, Kyle. I can't see you around the corner there. Good job. He's octopus back there. We got full phone lines. We'll take your calls. The Giants win 10-9. JT Snow, FP Santangelo on the Sports Leader.
Giants fans, this is your hub to have your voice heard. Sports Phone KNBR. Streaming live on YouTube at KNBR 1045.
It's a lot. I was gonna use Bird at the end, even though it's been one day off. So contributions across the board. Obviously we gave up some runs in some key moments, but just to stay after it and persevere through what is such a grind. And so many times it felt like we were on the verge and then not, and then you have to pick yourself up and go back out there and with the same intensity the next inning. And I guess once you sit back and look at that game, maybe it was supposed to end like that.
Yeah, it makes sense. The new guy with the big hit, Willie Adames. The game when he hit in the bottom of the 11th, Giants win 10-9. Giants use 8 pitchers today. The Mariners use 9 pitchers. Generally speaking, I'm not a betting man. I don't bet on baseball, but if you are, take the under tomorrow. When you have guys that just lay it out there for that long, there's not a lot left in the tank. And when you talk about they get 32 hits combined, 19 runs combined, tomorrow's going to be 2-1. I bet a lot of money if I was a betting man that tomorrow's going to be 2-1.
Take the under.
Robbie Ray needs to go deep into the game. The pitchers for your Giants today, Verlander went 2 1/3. Randy Rodriguez was nails, by the way, and is turning out to be one hell of a reliever. Went an inning and 2/3, gave up no runs, struck out 2. Trevino came in and had a hiccup. He gave up a couple of runs in an inning. I think there was a home run in there. Duvall gave up 3 runs. They were unearned, but his pace needs to speed up, and I think we'll be talking about that a lot. Eric Miller came in and had a scoreless inning. I think he had a strikeout in there and a walk. Tyler Rogers. I gotta say Tyler. It's just Tyler now. We don't have to associate Taylor and Tyler. Tyler came in for a scoreless inning. Ryan Walker was nails as usual. And then Bivens, maybe a sneaky MVP of today's game, came in for 2 innings and gave up a run. So the Giants win 10-9. They go to 6-1 on the season. I was worried about the start. I was like, they won 21 games in spring training. It's going to be hard to keep that momentum. And now, if you count spring training, they're like 26-5, counting spring training. I mean, I know spring training doesn't count, and that's kind of a weird thing to do, but they're still 26-5 if you count all those games.
It's a culture. It's building.
The culture is building.
The culture.
What does culture mean to JT Snow? It's JT and FP here on KNBR. What does culture mean to you? What does a good culture mean to you?
It means everybody's on the same page and everyone's pulling in the right direction. And you saw it, the Bob Melvin piece was awesome. He's like, we've played in those games, and to lose those games is hard, right? Like you play out there, you're 4 hours, whatever, and you end up losing those games. It's just like deflating. You win those games, it's like they just kept battling and kept giving, like Bob said, just effort and picking yourself up every inning. And we've been there. Like you think you're going to win it. Doesn't come through. You got to pick up your glove, go on the field.
Pick yourself up off the mat. That's hard to do.
Just hold serve. Like, let's get back in the dugout. That's a great win. That's one of the best opening day wins I think I've ever seen.
But the Giants made a lot of fans today. They made a lot of memories. Like recapping Buster Posey saying he's in the memory-making business. He wants to be that. He wants there was so many memories made today. JT, we're almost done here because the Warriors game's wrapping up. Let's take some phone calls and rock these and try to get through everybody waiting on there. Let's go to Nick in Portland. Nick, you're on KNBR. What's going on?
Hey, fellas. How you doing?
We're doing great.
We're good.
Oh, man. It's great. So great to talk to you guys. Love both of you. I just wanted to talk about vibes a little bit. I've been a Giants fan since 1989. I moved to the Bay Area that year when it was the Bay Bridge World Series. The Robbie Thompson, Kevin Mitchell, Matt Williams, Will Clark, Candy Maldonado Giants, and moving on through the years. 1993, that amazing team. 1997, FP, you were talking about having parents take their kids to the ball yard and miss school today. I skipped school and went to the game with my good friend in September of 1997, the day that Brian Johnson hit that giant home run to beat the Dodgers and eventually propel the Giants to the West Championship that year. So anyway, I'm just saying I've been around I've been a Giants fan for a long time. You can kind of get a sense of when it's a year. And I kind of have that feeling. I'm not saying they're going to win the World Series, but this is a good team. There's a strong vibe with this group. Buster Posey coming in as the president of baseball ops. Like you said, the closing play, Willie Adames. When Willie Adames came up and Tyler Fitzgerald stole second base, I was like, oh, yeah, I know what's gonna happen.
Here we go.
And it's just got that kind of feel to it. I know it's early and all that, but
Nick, it's kind of cool. You can see it right on the player's face.
Yeah.
You can see in their body language. Like that stuff is tangible. It's real. Like you can tell guys with slumped shoulders or guys.
Have you ever had one guy make a difference? Nick, thanks for the call, man. I appreciate it.
Awesome call.
Hey, have you ever had
97?
One guy make a difference? Because when I was in D.C., the Giants. I'm trying to think. I'm drawing a blank on his name. Anyways, have you ever had one guy make a difference on a team, like a vibe guy? Just come in and he changed because when I talked to people from Milwaukee, Willie Adames was that guy. And people close to that organization said they were always kind of really good, but this is a thing short here. And Willie Adames came there and changed their whole culture. One guy. And we can say Buster's getting a lot of credit, and justifiably so.
Yep.
Bob Melvin's getting a lot of credit, justifiably so. The coaching staff, all former Giants pretty much getting a lot of credit. They deserve all of it. But, I mean, can it be one guy? Gerardo Parra is the guy I'm thinking of. He changed the culture in D.C. They won a World Series. One guy.
So there's one guy. There's a couple guys, but there's one guy that when he came to the Giants who had already an unbelievable career and everybody respected him. And we got to the ballpark and he didn't say a lot, but when he spoke up, everybody listened. And that was Ellis Burks. He came over from the Red Sox. And Ellis was the guy in the clubhouse that you know how it is, the guy that would say what everyone's thinking.
Yeah, and didn't care.
Right? And he didn't care. And you know what? I saw Ellis Burks call out Barry. I saw Ellis Burks call out this guy. And he had the credibility and he had the background to do it. And we're like, oh, this guy's for real.
He did it kind of jokingly, but seriously.
Yes.
He'd be like, B, come on, man. You got to go first to third on that ball.
Exactly.
Player of the decade can't go first to third on that ball? Come on, B. And we'd all start laughing.
You're costing this guy an RBI. This guy might end up with 99. He wants 100.
Then, come on. He'd start laughing. And the point was made.
Yes, and that's all it takes. Another guy that I played with that showed up and did that was Marquise Grissom. And Marquise Grissom had an amazing career. And he wasn't afraid to – you'd like guys that not call guys out, but like, I don't know. I never got called out because I wasn't playing hard or whatever, but there's some times when guys just say like, hey, we need to pick it up a little bit. Or it's a day game after a night game. It's like, hey, boys, like tomorrow's game. Today's game was such a grind. A lot of hits, lots of runs, lots of weird plays. A guy that's got to step up in the clubhouse tomorrow and say, hey, let's go, guys. 2-1 might win this, 3-2. Let's strap it on. Let's play. Let's get after it. And those guys, the guys that are willing to say things that everybody's thinking but maybe are afraid to say, and they do it, and it hits home.
That's good stuff. That's JT Snow you're listening to. We got one more segment of the show. The Warriors game just ended. JD is coming up with the Dubs overtime. Excuse me, I can't even read my own writing. I have it sitting right here. So John Dickinson coming up next with Dubs OT. Did they win? Are they winning? We're in an isolation chamber here. I'm at the Sports Leader, and the game is not on anywhere, and I can't see it.
118 to 104.
118 to 104. So if you're driving home from the Warriors game, JD's got you. If you're on hold, I don't know if we have time. Will we have time for any more calls, or is that it? Maybe one more. We're going to take a break. JT and FP next on the Sports Leader.
This is where we feed the faithful. Sports Phone, KNBR. Streaming live at twitch.tv/the Sports Leader.
All right, last segment of the show, JT Snow, FP Santangelo. We've had fun with you guys tonight. If you're on hold, sorry, we didn't have enough time. We got to throw it to JD and Dubs overtime. But I guess quickly, JT, on the way out, your thoughts on opening day. I loved it. Turn on your mic.
Oh, sorry. Rookie mistake. I loved it. I thought the energy was great. The fans were into it. A win's a win. Doesn't matter if you win 2-1, 10-9, 10-0. A win in April is the same as a win in July, August, September. You may look back to this win on opening day. It may be significant.
It might take real quick because we got to roll. I couldn't tell you what the score was last year on opening day, and this one will resonate.
Yeah.
I will remember 10-9. I'll remember 11 innings. I'll remember the time that was had at the ballpark, and like Buster says, I'll remember the memories that were made.
And good for the parents that took their kids out of school. It's overrated. Get them to a ball game. Let them enjoy the memories.
Yeah, it's good. It's good parenting. If your kids missed school today and went to the game, if you missed work and you went to the game, great job. And thank your employers for allowing you to do that. So a lot of people couldn't do that today, and they missed out. But they'll be to games sometime this year. JT Snow, great job today.
Thanks. Neil Sean playing the anthem, Journey. We got a little Journey.
I always end the show to Journey.
Love it.
This is my outro
Steve
song.
Perry,
I have a little saying that you'd like. I always say this on the way out. You heard this. Thanks to everybody. Thanks to all your calls. Thanks to Giants fans today. You guys were amazing. You guys got the win for this team today as well. We made memories today. It was fun to do the show with JT Snow. We'll be back next week, Monday and Tuesday from the bunker. And like I say on the way out, every single time, swing hard in case you hit it. I'm the Sports Leader.